Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for episode number 11 of Satellite Gaming Satellcast. I've got a very interesting group here with me, as well as an interesting show. Definitely a nice change-up from a few weeks ago. Different crew as well, so we're going to see. We've got two new guys ready to run and gun with us. Well, one of them will camp. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway. Here with me I have Matthew.
Howdy, y'all.
And now the two new guys, I'll go ahead and let Jay introduce himself first. Jay, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself real quick?
Hey, I'm Jay. I play a lot of Xbox 360. Picked up Halo 4. Couldn't stay away from the Call of Duty Activision money train, so I've got COD Black Ops 2 rolling in my system, and play a lot of StarCraft on PC.
And also, with me, we have Chris. Chris, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself?
What's going on, everybody? I'm Chris. I'm a PS3 gamer, and I play Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and I'm into, right now, Madden 13 and a little MLB 12 to show.
See, and this is, if anybody else is watching the show that has been watching for a while, we actually haven't really had a good PS3 presence at all. We've been painfully biased towards the 360 and the PC, and here to break that trend, we have Chris. So thank you guys. Thank you both for go ahead and sitting down with us for this. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Ironically, we're going to talk about a 360 game first. I'm sorry, Chris, but we'll go ahead and talk about that first and get to it. Basically, I'm just wondering what you guys are thinking. Now, Halo 4 has been out for, what, a few weeks now? So I want to go ahead and kind of touch on quick opinions of single player from start to finish, if you've done so, and then we're going to just tell me very quick how you feel about multiplayer, and then I have a quick question for Chris involving Halo 4. I think you guys will find that interesting. Matt, why don't you go ahead and go first?
All right. So, are we? First thing I want to know is, are we doing spoilers?
No, let's try to stay away from spoilers. I know the game's been out for about 2 or 3 weeks, but Christmas and a lot of that still, I think you'll have a little bit.
That's true. Not impressed with the single player.
Surprise, surprise.
No. There were parts that I think that were all right, but it's. I felt that 343 played it very safe, and then it was too safe to a disadvantage. I think they did all the things that you'd expect from an upper quality game, but really the other Halo games have set the bar so high beyond that it really didn't live up to what I thought it was going to be. And actually, I mean, there's a character in it that just made that campaign miserable for me at times. Like, I could not stand it. So
interesting.
I mean, maybe as we can go to more spoiler episode or in the cast.
Yeah, definitely after Christmas we'll probably delve into a little bit of a spoiler-esque.
I mean, maybe like a game of the year thing, and I can fully rant on Halo 4's campaign and why I didn't enjoy it.
Okay, multiplayer. If you played any.
I've minimal amount, so I'm talking a couple games just to get the hang of it.
That's fine.
So, it's hard. I can't say I can formulate a great opinion on how everything works.
Okay, that's fine.
But I don't really think I like where the multiplayer is heading with the class-based system.
Oh my god!
And the
but don't you?
Hold on. The random-ish weapon spawns. It's like, we don't want to deal.
Yeah, I agree with that.
We don't want to deal with map control, so we're gonna eliminate it completely. Let's just take strategy out of the game completely, in a sense.
Well, okay, no. See, you can still spawn trap. I bet spawn trap.
I mean, I think it takes a lot of the uniqueness away from the maps. I mean, all you got now are just corridors with, these weapons could be anywhere, I guess.
Yeah, but you don't even need those weapons. That's what the ordnance is for.
Well,
I mean, that's the counter.
That's what I'm saying, the ordnance. Like, the ordnance spawns. It just, everything seems so freeform, like, in a COD sense way.
I don't know.
They've really trended towards, one singular multiplayer style. But I thought Halo was one of the unique entities, if you will, in the multiplayer world that hadn't conformed to the COD standards, and this has really seemed to gravitate towards that a lot more now. And I can't say I'm liking it so far. So maybe after a few more games, I can make a formal opinion.
Now, what was that? Who was chiming in there? I couldn't hear.
That was me.
What's
Jay.
up now?
I feel like the beauty in Halo multiplayer has always been sort of that simplistic thing, and then they added in the loadout system, which is, I think they added that in Reach.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. And
I didn't really care either.
It was
really
understand.
limited then. It was more pick your ability.
Pick your power up.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so, you just get a DMR and a sidearm.
And now I feel like they've tried to balance out the weapons so much that I mean anything you pick, like obviously the assault rifle's better at close range than a BR, but when and in the multiplayer part of it, the ordnance system is cool, but they're trying to stay away from Call of Duty, but getting as close as they can to it is what I'm seeing. And like I mean that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not really what Halo is. Halo is the beauty of the multiplayer would be in being, I don't know,
it's how unique it was. I understand where you guys are coming from, definitely. Jay, what do you think about that campaign? Very quick.
I've only played the campaign for about 4 or 5 hours. I haven't had a lot of time to delve into it, but oh god, okay, no spoilers. One of the main characters of it, maybe the villain.
Okay.
He I don't know. It just didn't seem very Halo. Like I feel like that was
too sci-fi, almost too sci-fi.
Yeah, because everything up to then was aliens.
Yeah.
Gotcha. But then you get this other thing, and like the flood was understandable. Like that was a well-known thing. That's the Forerunner's premise.
Right.
But as far as that goes, it kind of threw me for a loop a little bit, and then. It's weird seeing Master Chief and Cortana, like, because I understand that 343 was developing this game with more of a relationship in mind, like they wanted to show the characterization more, and that's totally cool. Like I've read the books, so I know how Master Chief is, and it's just really odd that I don't know. I wish Bungie probably would have. It would have been better if Bungie had delved into this a little bit more before their departure.
Yeah, I agree. I don't disagree with that at all. Yeah, I could see that.
They just didn't give away the Halo title.
Well, yeah, that too. But I mean, if they were going to, it would have been something that would have been nice if they explored it. Basically, I'm going to give you my quick thoughts on this, so that way we can I can ask Chris this question, which is going to definitely lead us into Black Ops 2. But basically, here's what I think. I thought the campaign was all right. I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think it was great. I just think it kind of fell somewhere in the middle. What really, really was disappointing is something that I thought was really good in the rest of the Halo games that just seemed to be kind of there, and this one was the soundtrack. I didn't think the soundtrack was really anything. I just thought it was there. It wasn't
ambient.
One of the parts I want to say I enjoyed was the last mission's music. I did enjoy that.
There was like one, but I mean in Halo, like I like
every
track.
It's compared to Halo, it's nothing.
Yeah,
but I mean,
it's so disappointing. And then I mean, at Reach, I didn't really care for the soundtrack that much either.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I think Jay said this to me weeks ago. Without the monks, Halo is just not Halo, and the count, that's one thing, but I almost completely agree with that. It's just like, damn.
Yeah, they changed up the main theme of it.
Yeah.
But even like, because that's also a bit nitpicky. Even with that aside, my one wish that if I could go back and have one wish in the gaming industry besides Nintendo not being around, would be that they maybe made Halo 4 focusing on another Spartan.
Okay. And maybe maybe that's something that's a great subject for some other time. All right, that's basically. I'm very curious. Okay, real quick, very very quick, just one word answer, more or less, for Matt and Jay. Go ahead, Matt.
I thought the Spartan Ops story was more interesting than the campaign.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay. All right. Well. All right.
However,
basically,
the Spartan Ops gameplay was really dry. So.
Final score for you guys. Final score. What? Just right now, and Jay, I guess yours is going to kind of be a little bit biased and more multiplayer-esque, but I'm going to make you give me one anyway because I'm a dick. But basically, okay. Matt, final score out of 10. You can use 0.5s.
8.25.
Okay, that's fine. Jay?
A final verdict on Halo 4, God, I don't want to say 7.5, but
you guys are
dude, man. I mean, if you were looking at Halo from any, like, if you looked at me right now and said, hey, would you rather play Reach or Halo 4, like, campaign-wise? Reach.
Okay.
I'd go Reach campaign.
Reach campaign was very underrated. It was very good. I won't disagree
right.
with that. Damn.
So as far as that goes, I mean, as a standalone game like Halo 4 itself, then maybe an 8.5. But
I thought it was well deserving of a 9, but I understand where you guys are coming from. Here we go. This is the question I'm kind of going to lead into. Chris, I know we haven't heard from you, all cast, and I apologize, but this is basically my first question for you. Without there being the Halo 4 killer app pretty much on the PS3. You know, we've been hyping Halo. Any 360 and any 360 gamer you probably talk to is like, oh my god, Halo 4.
Mm-hmm.
As a PS3 gamer, and you're kind of steering away from that because you obviously don't have access to Halo 4, like, what are you kind of thinking? What is your mentality? Is it something that you're just, like, ignore? Or is it something you kind of wish, man, I really wish I had a 360? Or are you just kind of like, I'm waiting for Black Ops, I don't really care?
Now, the way I put it is my decision to get a PS3 over an Xbox was never because of the Halo aspect of the 360.
Okay.
And the Halo game never really appealed to my taste in video games. So I leaned toward the PS3, towards its exclusive games over the Xbox's exclusive games.
All right.
And then I found Call of Duty, and I don't want to use the word settled, but I've kind of gotten used to the Call of Duty game. So since I've never really had a chance to play the Halo game, I don't really want it, nor do I miss it in that kind of aspect.
That actually makes a lot of sense. So you're gonna be the first person I bug about Black Ops 2.
Sure.
Why don't you tell me what you thought about it? You can go ahead and again, stay away from campaign spoilers. It hasn't really been out that long.
Okay.
But to be completely honest with you, the majority of gamers aren't really interested in the Call of Duty single player. But just for the sake of it, let's stay away from spoilers. Kind of tell me what you thought of both multiplayer and, focus more on multiplayer, because that's what I'm actually curious about your opinion on. But especially being a PS3 gamer, just kind of delve into that. Go.
Okay. Well, I just want to say that I really thoroughly enjoyed the campaign. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
From the multiplayer aspect, I will say that I was a little disappointed at first because the multiplayer didn't really work at first for the PS3. There was a little bit of some problems with the servers, which again.
You get what you pay for.
Yeah. So for I would say the first 3 or 4 days, it wasn't really accessible. So I leaned more toward the zombie side of the game.
Okay.
But once I got into the multiplayer, I really enjoyed it. I think it's much more balanced than I would say Modern Warfare 2 and the first Black Ops. Modern Warfare 3 is still my favorite multiplayer so far, I would say.
Okay. Very interesting. We'll get into that sometime. That's very interesting. Oh, wow. All right, Matt. But yeah, continue. Like, I guess basically, as a PS3 gamer, have you played Call of Duty multiplayer on the 360 at all?
I have. Sometimes when friends get together, they have Xboxes, so I'll go online with them. But I don't really see a difference in the way the game feels to me as a gamer, because I'm just used to playing on both systems. But the PS3 just seems more, I don't know, I feel most of the time it's not the top priority for, game developers. They're really looking at the Xbox market. So trying to fix PS3 problems is on the back burner most of the time. So, sometimes I do get a little upset at the lack of, fixing of the game problems in-game. But so far, I'd say gameplay-wise, I don't find myself frustrated with the way the game is built.
Okay.
I just find myself more frustrated with the way I play the game, which is the way anybody would get. So.
Right. All right.
Yeah. When Chris said that, all I could think of was the Bethesda not supporting DLC for PS3. And because my buddy's got a PS3 with Skyrim on it, and I'm sitting over here with all my Hearthfire, and he's like, I guess I can never play that. Like, nah, man, you're good. Bethesda will think of a way.
Yeah. But they just don't care. No, okay, that's interesting to have that PS3 gamer aspect to it, because just real quick, I've actually played a decent amount of shooters. I used to play SOCOM quite a bit, and it was just I never felt comfortable with the PS3. And to be honest with you, it has nothing to do with the PS3. It's the controller. Sure, the party system's really messed up, and for the PS3, but I'm definitely a huge Xbox 360 controller person, so that is the problem for me. It has nothing to do with the game, it's just a controller. Jay, go ahead. What do you think about Black Ops?
Well, first off, I'm weird, and I really hate delving into multiplayer without playing campaign, so I figured, hey, I found it at the Redbox. I wasn't going to get it on launch night. I didn't plan on getting it at all. And I started ripping through the campaign, and before I knew it, it was like 4 in the morning, and I just wanted to keep playing. So, there's one part in particular that actually had me giggling. It was fun. And I don't know if it was just because I was tired or whatever, but I thought the campaign was very engrossing. It's definitely kept me entertained more than Halo, but I'm not gonna.
Wow.
I can't back it up yet because Halo
you
4.
guys
I haven't given it a
would
fair
believe.
shot. The
Yes,
campaign,
indeed.
anyways. But the multiplayer of it, I agree with Chris. I feel like it's very balanced. The pick 10 system that they're calling it, it's a new thing for COD, and I feel like that's Treyarch. People love to hate on them, but they, unlike Infinity Ward, I feel like they're the ones that are kind of innovating the franchise, trying to keep it fresh. I mean, they didn't plan on zombies being as big as it is, and now that it is, they've actually kept evolving it. Like, I love the new zombie mode too. The Transit, I think that's the one I've been playing, but I definitely love it. It's fun. Sometimes the multiplayer can get a little frustrating because I know some of those shotguns might need to get balanced, and the shock charges aren't too fun when you get
Oh
hit
man, the
with
shock charges are so broke.
them. But like when you see two bouncing Bettys and a shock charge next to one of them, it's not fun.
Well, all right, Matt, do you have anything to say on Black Ops 2? No, wait, I lied. 1 second. Do you have anything positive to say on Black Ops 2?
Well, it depends on your opinion.
Oh my god, dude.
So,
all right, go.
In accordance with what Jay said, it seems that Treyarch's always outdoing Infinity Ward. I think it's because they've been building on what Infinity Ward's, or just capitalizing on their mistakes. I don't know if they're the better developers, because I think Modern Warfare has been a more successful franchise.
That's true, yeah.
I would agree with that.
It seems that they just, Modern Warfare 3, my biggest gripe with multiplayer in that is so much customization that it becomes almost a hindrance to the gameplay. Like, there's so much you have to do, like, you get this perk, and then you get this pro whatever. And
the pro perks? Okay, that's
all this other attachment stuff that you gotta go through. I mean, and then they just, what does Treyarch do? They just do the pick 10 system, which is pretty simple. So it's like they're trying to counter their, Infinity Ward's, I don't know, mistakes.
Shortcomings or
in a sense. And then I also want to say that, in going with this, Treyarch seems to be intent on taking down Infinity Ward. What has been, Black Ops, more significant advantage other than zombies was that the different, their biggest distinguisher was the time periods. One was usually like 70s or, the 40s or whenever.
Right, like Vietnam and
right,
now
yeah.
they're crossing over into Infinity Ward's realm, going to the future. So, and I think from the looks of it, this game is going to cripple the Modern Warfare franchise in that it's really starting to flood the future market. It's going to be interesting to see what Infinity Ward does as a sequel, because if they do another future game, the market's pretty saturated at this point with that stuff. So
that's what I was thinking with Ghost Recon Future Soldier when that came out, and then I saw that Black Ops 2 would be in 2025. I was like, they're just. That's right there is already kind of getting oversaturated with futuristic war. I mean, Battlefield 2142, I think that was what they said it in. Like, there's future games, there's modern war games, there's past games. It's just, I don't know. I don't know where that's going to go because now it's, Infinity Ward's move. And I see where you're coming from. Like, with Treyarch's always kind of one step because, Infinity Ward released one, then Treyarch. Then Infinity Ward, and then Treyarch would see what they had to build off of.
Exactly.
The weird thing to it about me is that I think Treyarch is still using the same system they used to build Black Ops 1 for Black Ops 2, and they're not using the system that Modern Warfare 3 used. I think they're using an out-of-date system.
Like what do you mean system? Like graphics or gameplay?
Yeah, like, an engine, I'm sorry, like a game engine.
All right. See, okay. Here's the thing. I'll just, I guess, let me jump in then. In terms of graphics, I'm like 80% sure that it is the exact same system that Modern Warfare 3's run on. I'm like 80% sure because Modern Warfare 2 or whatever, and like Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops like had the same one, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, Modern Warfare 2 is 9 times better," and I'm like, "No, it's the same thing."
Yeah.
So I think everyone's they're just biased towards whom they prefer, Treyarch or Infinity Ward. I'll be honest with you, I've been preferring Infinity Ward's game. Matt, to your comment about the oversaturation, and Jay, you were kind of backing this more or less. I completely disagree with you guys. Seriously, like 2 years ago, we were bitching about World War II, about 4 years ago, World War II shooters, like, okay, fine, we don't have those. Now you're getting future games. Like, what is going to make the gamer happy? Well, I would rather play a future warfare game because you can always innovate on something that doesn't exist.
That's true.
You know?
But you can't do it for too long. And that's the thing. It's always going to be changing. It's always going to stay in a flux. It goes in a circle almost. I mean, we'll eventually come back around. You know, we're going to go to World War II games. I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe a World War I, or maybe even somebody will pick up on like Civil War era stuff. So,
oh, good.
I mean,
hey, there was a Civil War game by the History
Channel.
Channel.
Civil War game or whatever. I mean, maybe that'll mainstream it out. I mean, or the Korean or Vietnam. You don't see that get a lot of attention, but maybe it's because, you know, we didn't really win those.
That's probably like taboo here in America because we won both of them, right?
Or you know, maybe we'll go Cold War or something. I guess Tom Clancy's been doing that, but yeah.
Let me just jump in here and say that, Curtis, I agree with you, as I think the Treyarch definition of a futuristic game and what Infinity Ward tries to do with a futuristic game are two types of markets.
Right.
I think what Black Ops tries to do is they have a story to go on. Like, they started their story back in the Cold War, and now they've moved to future. So maybe they could do, in their next game, do the in-between stuff.
Oh, right, yeah.
So like the Gulf
While
War.
Modern Warfare... Well, yeah, while Modern Warfare 3 the Modern Warfare series kind of sticks with the same type of, like, you know, same type of story idea, just with different characters, while the Black Ops series kind of goes in a pattern with the same type of characters, just moved it and advanced onward.
I see. Modern Warfare 3 had to do it, though, because it's a trilogy. Like, Black Ops, the three games really aren't connected, as opposed to you have the same characters in Modern Warfare.
Well, I think what Chris is trying to say is that Treyarch really, I mean, they dumped a lot into character development, and then, like, it flashes back. But I know what you're saying, too, Matt. Like, it's Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, they tried to connect them both with the flashback scenes in Black Ops 2, but they didn't really delve into it. And I mean, Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3, those all go in a linear pattern. And 3, I mean, from what I saw, I think it closed it off pretty tight.
I think Modern Warfare, you know, that arc is gone. So.
Right.
Yeah, but so here's what's going to happen. Are we just going to have one of those things where, oh, actually so-and-so lived, so joke's on you?
I'm pretty sure Makarov is pretty dead. So.
Well, no, I don't mean Makarov.
Unless he turns into Darth Vader.
Like, you know,
or
you know what I mean?
Or whoever his name is from the first one. I mean, you think there's going to be somebody that's going to fill the power void of Makarov.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's fine,
but I don't think it's going to make for a very good story. It's kind of, well, I mean, for anybody that plays the campaign, it's kind of a slap in the face to them, you know.
Right.
It's just what's weird to me about the whole Modern Warfare 3 is that Infinity Ward, I mean, they had to finish the game crippled because, you know, they lost a lot of
I forgot about that.
Employees. Yeah, so that's why I feel like, because they had to pair with Sledgehammer Games, I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
To just kind of like hop along the finish line to it.
I mean, that's a very good point. Like, we'll see what a new, like, fully staffed Infinity Ward does to a Modern Warfare 4, which I believe got leaked already. I thought I read something about it. Maybe I'm wrong.
They're up to Modern Warfare 9 leaked.
Yeah, anyway.
I believe the internet said it's true.
Do probably.
All
right. Oh, hey, can I get your... Oh, wait. Anyway. Basically, here's very last thing I want to say about COD, I suppose, is that Pick 10 system that was so hyped, by the way, was completely overhyped. Not as fun as I thought it was going to be. Not even remotely as cool as I thought it was going to be. Are you kidding me? They were talking about this system being so amazing and so absolutely customizable that I could do whatever, whenever, and whoever I wanted. You know, and it's just like, you get it, and you're just so limited. And it's so depressing, and I'm sorry, it's just not as cool as I thought it was going to be. And the balance of the game, I think, is balanced. I'll give you guys that. For some reason, I don't understand how I can take a 1.7 from Modern Warfare 3 and walk into Black Ops with a 0.8. I don't know how, I don't know why, but it's just me getting destroyed. And maybe the playstyle of COD has really leaned towards camping, and run and gun is not the big thing anymore, but I've noticed that people, I mean, you know, people like Travis, like my brother, who is an exceptional first-person shooter player, you know, he's not going 3.0s. It's, you know, he would rock a 4.5, and now he's running barely over 2. So it's weird, and he prefers Treyarch's Black Ops games to Modern Warfare. That's kind of interesting. All right, let's just do a last word on Black Ops. Give me your final thoughts on it, and we'll move on. Matt, I'll let you go first, even though I'm probably going to regret that. Go ahead.
Black Ops seems to be destined to take down Infinity Ward. That's my opinion of it. Go for it.
Jay?
I mean, I think it's a solid game. I feel like it's an improvement over Black Ops 1.
Okay.
And to be honest, like, the maps, I don't know. Modern Warfare 3's maps, because I bought the hardcore edition, like the really big one with the digital pass. I've been playing all the maps they've been releasing, and they all just seem kind of the same. Like, the maps are very limited, and Black Ops has managed to keep open maps. So I really enjoy Black Ops 2.
Okay, and Chris?
I will go out on a limb and say overall that it is the best Call of Duty game I've played so far.
That is a big limb.
Yeah, well, listen. If it's out there, jump for it.
But, take a leap of faith. Why not? At least somebody has to. Bite the bullet. All right. My thing about Call of Duty Black Ops is when it comes to games, I'm a big nostalgic feeling kind of person, and the problem is Call of Duty Black Ops 2 is competing with Modern Warfare 2 in my heart. Even though Black Ops 2 is probably the more balanced game, has a smoother system, kill streaks actually make more sense.
So balanced.
Yeah, dude. Having a fast 12 as your sidearm was amazing.
Exactly.
No, bear with me, though. Bear with me. Even though we look back on Modern Warfare 2 and we laugh, it's competing with Modern Warfare 2 in my heart because of the memories I have
Modern
with
Warfare 2 is a lot of fun, even if it wasn't so bad.
So, that's just... It's not Black Ops 2's fault. I prefer Modern Warfare 2. It's just timing. And I do like Black Ops 2. I'm just more of a Halo person. It just matches my playstyle a little better. And I believe Cliffy B said this on Twitter. He was talking about how he prefers Halo because if someone actually gets the jump on you in Halo, you still have a chance to win. As opposed to COD. If somebody gets the jump on me in a COD, 9.5 times out of 10... I probably should have dropped the controller. I mean, there was just no chance anyway.
Yeah, you're already gone.
Yeah, that's the preference of the playstyle. That's just how the game works. Okay, so we're going to wrap up Call of Duty Black Ops, at least for now. We'll definitely talk about it more later. And we're going to move on to a very interesting topic. I saw this. I'm going to credit this to IGN. I saw it on there. And they had a question that was... The question they were presenting was, because this console generation has gone on so long... I believe it started in 2006 or late 2005 with the 360. I'm not sure. No, it started with the Wii, didn't it?
No, I'm pretty sure the 360 came out before.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure it was the 360 first, and that was way back in like 2005. So it's been going on. It's what, 7 years old now? Probably. And we just got the Wii U, but I don't really count the Wii U. We'll delve into that some other time. We're actually gonna delve into it a little bit right now. But their question was, because this generation of consoles had gone on so long, is it really bad for gaming? I'm going to say something about this first before I'm going to let Chris talk about it first. Basically, Jay brought this up to me earlier, and I can't remember the exact words you used, but you were kind of like, you were talking about how the thing that you really dislike about Nintendo was every single thing that has come out to start with a Nintendo system is basically the same thing that came out in the 1980s, but with a number slapped on the end of it. And that's the argument that everybody is having with this console generation, that we're not getting any original IPs. We're on Halo 4, for God's sakes. Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 are done. Assassin's Creed 1, 2, 2.5, 2.75, and 3 are out. That's the counter argument that everybody is having, and I'm very curious with that in mind, and also the sales figures I believe are interesting, but I want to kind of delve into that a little bit into the future. Chris, what do you think about it? I mean, the PS3's been out for 7 years now, 6 years. Do you think with it being out so long, it's really actually bad for gaming and maybe bad for new IPs, or do you think there's still room?
Well, the thing I'll say is that I think we're trapped in a cycle of none of these companies wanting to jump out and take a limb on a new system because they know what works. And I think the Wii kind of tried it when the Wii first came out. I thought they said, "Let's be different. Let's do this." And while it kind of worked at first, now they're doing the Wii U. So they really didn't try something different. So they're stuck in their little bubble. And I think if we saw Microsoft or Sony break away from the PlayStation and the Xbox mold and try to do something different, then we'll see different games come out, and we won't get stuck in this Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 4 discussion.
Okay. Well, no, that's actually a really good point. I didn't really think about that because while the Wii, Nintendo's been trying to be kind of innovative with even their handhelds, and that's a very good point. It almost seems like releasing the Wii U after the success of the Wii, they were basically like, oh, this works, copy-paste with a pretty screen on their controller. Now, the Wii U, here's an interesting sales figure, and I'm going to let Jay talk about this real quick, but the interesting sales figure is, him and I were talking about this earlier, the 360 actually outsold the Wii U almost double in less time, by the way, on Black Friday. In less time, almost doubled. 750,000 units, for the Xbox 360, and 400,000 for the Wii U. What's really interesting about that is that the Nintendo Wii had 300,000. Jay, what's going on?
I don't know. I know that the Wii. I mean, I heard somewhere that they were re-releasing the Wii, but as a mini system, kind of like how stuff tends to do. Like the Xbox 360 has like the Xbox Slim, unofficially called. Mm-hmm. I honestly don't know what's going on with the Nintendo market, because I remember when the Wii first came out, people you couldn't get one. You couldn't get any of the next gen consoles, right? But I don't feel like a lot of people are buying into the Wii U. Nintendo, it's Nintendo's first leap into HD, for God's sake. I played a little bit of
7
one.
years too late.
Yeah, and there's no DVD support from what I've heard too on it.
Really?
So, yeah, I think that was at E3, but I don't think Nintendo wanted to put a DVD drive in it because everyone already owns a DVD player. I might be completely wrong on that, but I played a little bit of Rayman actually, and it was fun, but I feel like they're not using the tablet up to its potential, and because I was a huge Zelda fan. Like, I've got a 64 in my living room with every Zelda game for it, which I guess is all of 2 of them. But I feel like Nintendo loves to cash in on the fact that we are the gaming generation, and when you see Zelda or Star Fox, that's what we all grew up with. You know that, and so they're trying to, I guess, get into that part of our heads. Nintendo's extremely nostalgic when it comes to that stuff. Like, they're re-releasing all the 3DS games. The Icarus, that was around. Zelda, Star Fox. They're up to Mario Kart 7 or 8 or 9. I don't know. It's some ungodly number. Like, I feel like the games are fun. I feel like, huh?
I said I think I honestly got up to 10.
Of Mario Kart?
Yeah.
My God.
Nintendo is... From what I've read a while back in IGN, is that there's a really big lack of first-party games, and that's, I think, why Xbox is kind of clinging on to Master Chief, because he's kind of like the Mario of Xbox.
Okay.
And then you got Mario for Nintendo, and then, Nintendo's not bad. They're very innovative when they want to be, and as far as the tablet thing goes, I feel like, because they've always managed to keep their systems cheap. That's one thing I can always say about Nintendo, is they've always tried to be affordable, except for the 3DS. But
I was going to say, the 3DS's release is kind of the exception that proves the rule, but go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's really going on with them. Okay. I feel like everyone's just kind of scared to branch out and make a new franchise, because I remember when the Xbox 360 first came out, I was all about Gun, if any of you have ever played that.
I remember Gun. Yeah,
Gun,
the original Xbox game.
Yeah. Gun was released on the Xbox and Xbox 360. But
okay. Well,
we're afraid to try new things. I feel like the economy has something to do with that too.
I won't. Okay, well, maybe. Yeah, I won't disagree with that. Now, Matt, I'm pretty much on the same subject. My question to you is: I know you're a little less harsh on Nintendo than maybe myself or Jay, but what do you think when you look at the sales, just the sales numbers, and you see that the 360, which has been out for 7 years, or 7 years, is outselling a brand new Wii by double? Do you think that that's because of the 360's presence and giant game library? Realistically, as opposed to the Wii U, which is new and really doesn't have a whole lot out for it.
Yeah, that sums it up right there. The expansive library between the Xbox, you know what you're getting, as opposed to the Wii, which probably doesn't have a lot going for it right now. A lot of those Wii sales are probably for Christmas. So, you know, I want to say that, you know, a lot of people are probably, my Xbox is probably on its way out. I've said this, you know, plenty of times in the past, but this time it really may be going away for good. So, you know, I almost bought one just to be safe, but, you know, 720 is just around the corner. I'm going to try
720 is right around the corner, yeah.
I'm going to try and hold off till then. We'll see if it'll make it or not. The poor thing, it's, you know, struggling. But yeah, so
my baby.
Exactly. You know, I'm sitting there trying to hold it. Anyway, going back to Nintendo, the Wii U and people being afraid to branch out. I'm gonna go with this. The Wii was wildly successful. I don't think anybody can deny that. It really, you know.
Unfortunately.
You know, as anybody's view to it. So what did Nintendo do? They ran the first down play again, but with HD. So I don't blame them for making this move. It might be, you know, too soon for them to do something completely innovative again. But, you know, by the time that they're ready to go from the next Wii U Plus or something, Wii U XP, by the time the next generation comes around, if there is one, the technology will be there for Nintendo to make another innovative product. You can't innovate, you know, right away. This is really, I consider this like the SP, the Game Boy Advance SP to the Game Boy Advance, you know. I mean,
right, I
understand. Different enough, but it was pretty similar nonetheless. So. All
right, just to kind of more or less wrap this up, I'll let Chris get a piece in about the PS3. Now, the PS3, Chris, sold. I mean, it sold 525,000 units, which is more than the Wii U. It's also more than the Wii, and you know, double that of the DS, and blah blah blah. You know, 525,000 units for a system that I'm going to be honest, I nearly wrote off. You know, about 4 or 5 years ago. Pretty good. What are you thinking from that standpoint as a PS3 gamer? Do you think that there are still going to be companies right now that are like, you know what, it's still safe to develop PS3 games, even though the PS4 is allegedly right around the corner?
Well, yeah, I would agree with that. I think since the numbers are as good as they are, and they just beat the brand new Wii U, that they'll stay within their bubble, and with, like you said, the PS4 around the corner, I don't think things are going to change much. I mean, the Xbox 720 is coming out. The PS4 is probably around its corner. So I think a lot of these system developers are staying in this mindset, knowing that, you know, 6-7 years after they make a console, it's still putting up these type of numbers. I mean, money is money. If they're making money, they'll do what they have to do to make the money.
Right, Call of Duty?
Hey, Guitar Hero?
Guitar Hero?
Hey, we don't talk about Guitar Hero here. I still have all of them.
I mean, no, like I am exactly on the same page as you are, Chris. I mean, I believe that with all these, with, you know, your 360 and your PS3, the sales are good. Why not keep making games for them? Graphically, I'm not really too worried about it. The systems, I mean, Halo 4, you know, this system's been out for 7 years, guys, and Halo 4 looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
It is the best looking game on the console, and you cannot even remotely deny it.
I don't know.
It has some
what looks better?
Dude, Crisis looks pretty sick.
Well, yeah, but right now, I'm just saying, what's out right now?
Halo?
Oh yeah, right now, for sure. They definitely push it.
I'm just saying, on the consoles right now, there's nothing better looking than Halo 4. And seriously, this was stuff that everyone's saying, oh, these systems are tapped out. They can't look any better. Does anybody remember when God of War came out at the end of the PlayStation? It was like God of War 2 when it came out at the was supposed end of the PS2 cycle back in, like, I don't know, 2003 or something like that, 2004. It's just like everyone was amazed at how beautiful that looked. And that was like the back-end generation console game. So I believe we still have the chance for 1 or 2 more killer apps. Will I get them for the 360? Will I get them for the PS3? Like, will they actually show up? I'm not sure. But I believe there's still the potential for a brand new 1 or 2 IPs that everybody is like, holy crap, I didn't think this could happen. I hope I'm right. I'm guessing you guys probably think I'm wrong. What do you think? Real quick. Yes, no? Anybody?
I want it to happen, but I feel like everyone's too scared right now. I feel like they're gonna just wait because I mean Xbox has been rumored to release 2 different systems, and I mean as it's blatantly clear that Xbox is trying to market itself as an entertainment system as opposed to a gaming, which is really weird for Xbox because I mean that's their number one thing is a bunch of online gaming, and the same thing with PS3, except PS3 has got the Blu-ray player, so they're pretty set in the entertainment area.
I completely agree with you. I don't agree with Nintendo's or not Nintendo. I don't agree with Microsoft's stance on that. But I'm
neither do
also
I.
not crazy rich, so what do I know? Does anybody else want to give a few last words before we wrap this up?
Actually, I had one thing I wanted to point out.
Yeah, go ahead.
That surprised me. The PlayStation Vita numbers were very small. They actually were the lowest of the handheld consoles, which I think surprises me.
You really thought that Black Friday would have been kind of a nice go-ahead?
Yeah, because, I mean, the way I look at it is it's better than the PSP, and I think it's probably the best handheld out there. I mean, that's just me, but...
No, I won't disagree with you.
I mean,
at
I
all.
can make an amazing handheld, but it's going to cost you a couple grand, so... Hey.
Well, the issue with the handhelds is, like Matt said this in previous podcasts, Nintendo's got such a fucking handheld on market. They got a grasp on that market like you could not believe. And the problem is the Vita is technically a much better system. It is
So much better, yeah.
pound, block for block, absolutely amazing. And, the games for it aren't too bad, and I love the fact that, you can do the 3G. I think that's really cool. The problem is it's got Sony's name on it, not Nintendo's. And I think that's what people look at. Maybe... the Vita's not...
You can't spend a lot of money on that, though. Like, I think
we talked about... How much is the Vita going for?
I think it's $200. Chris? Any idea?
That's
like a console.
I think so. I think it's around $200 now.
It's quite a bit for a handheld game, especially when a lot of...
The DS was something like that. Is something like that, isn't it? It's like $150 at least.
It's pretty expensive, but that's why I think a lot of people, because the phones, everyone has, a phone.
Yeah. The handheld market, when it came to...
And that's what Sony tried to do with the Sony Xperia.
Yeah.
I got to play one of those at MLG, yeah. It was pretty awesome.
I do. That was a good time. Yeah, it was. All right, well... maybe that's a subject for another time. Jay, you've already said it, but just real quick, Matt or Chris, either or both, do either one of you guys think that maybe we'll see at least one new killer IP before the consoles this generation ends?
Absolutely.
Well, okay, sweet. Thank you. Chris?
I would agree as well.
All right,
it might be, just like maybe the next 2K13 or something's going to be, out of this world, or I don't know about 2K or MLB or NHL since that's been locked out. Yeah, maybe that something we don't expect. A good game's gonna be great. That's what I think's gonna happen.
I think
GTA 5.
Or
that's a
it's
rant
possible.
for
It's possible, but I mean, hey, they gotta improve that aiming system.
Okay, so real quick, go ahead and wrap this up. I wanted to definitely thank you guys for sitting down and joining us for a 43-minute Satellcast here. Definitely follow us on Twitter. If you have any suggestions, feel free to email us. Leave us something on Twitter. I'll have all the links at the bottom as usual in the host notes. I wanted to send a special thanks out to Jay and Chris for taking time out of their busy nights. And I know, Chris, you were watching the game, so taking time away from the game to go ahead and join us. That means a lot. I had a lot of fun. Matthew, I know you were pretty much in a hurry to get home, and you sat down and were able to be a part of it, so thank you very much. I wasn't really doing anything. I just wanted to say thank you all for joining us. Thank you for the 1,500 views we actually received on episode 10. Definitely a huge shout out to every single one of you guys for taking the time to listen to it. It was great seeing that on the YouTube page, or a couple weeks ago. Coming to you next week, we have StarCraft 2, Heart of the Swarm, which is absolutely huge right now. We're going to be talking a little bit about the Wii U. I know we touched on it earlier in the Saddlecast, but we're going to kind of give a little more in-depth opinion on it. We won't go too deep into it because I think we kind of covered a lot of that here. And then following that, we're going to do a pure opinionated topic with Deuce gaming soundtracks honestly make or break the game for you. So that's what we've got. As for crew, we're not sure who's going to be joining us. I know Matthew will be here, so we'll go from there. Definitely thank every single one of you for listening to episode 10. We hope to have the same thing going on to episode 11. We'll see you next week for episode 12.